It's July, HCC 788 may have retired. That doesn't mean I can't do a Cobra Convergence video, is it? I don't care if I'm not invited. I'm crashing it anyway. This video is brought to you by absolutely nothing.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
After all, you ain't gonna watch this video, but if you do, like, comment, and subscribe.
And if you really like what you see here, support us on Patreon. What's up?
Tis I, your fearless leader, and time for a comic book review.
Oh yeah!
As you know, I've been covering For Watchmen, been promising you Squadron Supreme. I also have been reading The Wrong Earth from Ahoy Comics, who apparently do the Toxic Avenger and Trauma stuff. But today, I gotta bring these to my best friend from Waldo Christ for his late birthday and his big G.I. Joe nut. For years, I've been watching Half the Battle Timber, Destro's My Spirited Animal, and stories from the Story Shelf, all the other Cobra Convergence click. So this is going to be kind of a variety pack, if you will, that are all follow-ups and direct sequels to the Marvel run back from the 80s and early 90s. From Devil's Due, IDW, and even the Energon universe. Shout out Larry Hama. Let's start with Devil's Due, and I was a fan since they first came out with Reinstated, but the ones that really stood out with these is what they did with the Dreadnoks.
I mean, come on!
They gave Zartan an awesome daughter named Zanya, and you can tell that they just loved the Dreadnoks. But, you know, apparently the fan base totally disavows it, but
whatever.
So let's start with Dreadnoks Declassified. Dude, we'll learn more how insane he is. Dad was a failed actor who owed money to the mob, and then the mob killed his parents in a car bombing, and then went on the run. His two younger siblings got adopted by British people and grew up to be Xandar and Zartan.
Meanwhile,
our protagonist joins the military, then ends up changing his identity, joining the French Foreign Legion, lets them do rare experiments on him and gives him shape-shifting abilities, where he meets Buzzer. Then Buzzer joins the Dreadnoks. Apparently there was another Zartan. The rest of the Dreadnoks don't like the original Zartan, so they take him out, and our protagonist becomes the new Zartan. Other things we found out are Torch was actually in a rival gang. Of course, we know that Zartan killed the Hard Master and Storm Shadow got the blame, which we make reference to the Snake Eyes origin story. And we meet Cobra Commander, who's basically a faceless man, while he's building his pyramid schemes and is a washed-up used car salesman. Also, Destra, before he has his mask, hires the Dreadnoks. Then the entire DDP run ends with Rise of the Red Shadows. Cobra's finally defeated, and along comes the Red Shadows, which if you don't know who the Red Shadows were originally, there was a UK version of the G.I. Joe toy line called Action Force, and the main villains even had their own lore and stuff, and the main villains was the Red Shadows, who later on became Cobra. So this is almost like in reverse, led by a guy named Wilder Vaughn, some black bald bitch, and some guy with tattoos on his face. Not as threatening as Cobra, really, and their whole goal is to just reset the world government's religion and have it be a technocracy. Insanely enough, Venture Brothers' parody of Cobra and the Red Shadows, you know, put that in their thing about Sphinx. And, oh yeah, spoiler, Lady Jade gets killed, and it just kind of kicked off a new series with Devil 2. But all in all, not bad. Like, I thought it was good. Red Shadows is no Cobra. I mean, hell, they didn't even have Baron Ironblood or Black Major in it, or their version of Destro. Then there's G.I. Joe Cobra. I'm covering Volume 2 as well, so sit back, relax, and enjoy by far the darkest, most realistic take on G.I. Joe I have seen ever.
I mean, come on!
G.I. Joe Resolute was great, because people die, but this one, the main character's Chuckles. He has to infiltrate Cobra, and just the whole intro alone of just all the shady shit he had to do before even getting the assignment. Just how cold and douchey fucking Hawk is. There are no good guys and bad guys in this. Hawk realizes that Chuckles is not really a team player, so he sends him on a undercover mission to infiltrate Cobra, like I said earlier. Partner, we'll say, is Jinx, and then Chuckles ends up hooking up with this one member of Cobra named Erica. Chuckles has to kill Jinx to prove his loyalty to Cobra. The big reveal is that it's Tomax and Xamot. And we get to see how Xamot got a scar. G.I. Joe Cobra Special, where we kind of see the point of view of Tomax and Xamot, and that Xamot's actually losing his mind because he got the scar. Then we get to Volume 2. And it's kind of disappointing. We get this new member of G.I. Joe, Chameleon, who has to, like, you know, kind of rescue Chuckles. We see the Battle Android Troopers, and we also see the a Hiss tank, and we also see the Crimson Guards. And then we meet the Interrogator, Crystal Ball. He sadistic, hypnotizes his own son to be a sleeper agent, even knowing his son would die. We also get to see Crocmaster, but it was just a big waste because he gets killed by Erica, which is, I think, is dumb. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But before we get to anything, now to our new sponsor. Oh wait, we don't have no sponsor because this channel's not big enough or good enough. We're not clickbaiting bitches. We don't bend the knee to either side. We're true anarchists, not anarcho-punk commies, not alt-right fucking douchebags. No, we're the real fucking deal. No thanks to you. And oh dude, I finally did my research on the Energon universe.
What is it? Like an alternate reality or something?
First off, Robert Kirkman kicked it off.
Oh shit.
You know, Walking Dead. It does stray from the original Homiverse, but actually it's pretty cool. It started off as a series called Void Rivals, two warring alien factions who have to end up like teaming up. Very end of the first issue, fucking Jetfire shows up. So he goes to Earth to check out what's going on because he found out like the Autobots and Decepticons are over there. Then meanwhile, you know that like the war's about to start up again, right?
Yeah.
And of course, Megatron's missing because obviously Starscream betrayed him and threw him off a ship. He got captured by Cobra Law, and Cobra Commander's been doing experiments on him.
Oh shit, this is a crossover, right?
Well, again, it's the Energon universe. It's G.I. Joe and Transformers into one universe. Which brings us to Cobra Commander Volume 1. And dude, there's so many cool things to talk about in this thing. It's short, it's sweet, and instead of being the regular origin in the comics, it actually is a callback to the Sunbow series. But people die and no lasers. Well, there's lasers at the end, but whatever. Because Cobra Commander is, well, the whole origin, how he like to form himself, and, you know, he's an agent for Cobra Law, and he teams up with Destro at the very end, and he fucks up the Dreadnoks, but, you know, they're still his allies. And that's basically it. Now, if I'm comparing which G.I. Joe series I like the best, IDW, Doubles Do, or the Energon universe, I kind of like the Energon universe the best. Easy read, lots of action, and it's like watching the G.I. Joe cartoon, but with gratuitous violence and death. It's what we wanted to see. I mean, yeah, I like the realistic approach to Cobra Commander, but him being agent of Cobra Law, and it goes well with the Energon universe, and him holding Megatron hostage. Oh, I forgot to bring that up. Yeah, hands down, I like Energon the best. I can't wait to read more of that stuff. Or I'll just cheat and watch people's, you know, breakdowns of it. But I'm done with this bullshit. Like, you're not gonna watch this, but if you do like what you see here, comment, like, dislike, share it if you want. I go into more detail, but I'm just trolling you anyway. I mean, after all, you all can suck it. Shout out to my patrons.